I'm Morgan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the Finisterre Drift 20-liter waterproof roll top backpack, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. So this backpack is made from 100% recycled nylon with a PU coating, which makes it waterproof. As you can see, it's got like a tarp-like aesthetic. It feels, looks, and sounds very much so like a tarp. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It just has like a very specific aesthetic and vibe. So if that's your thing, this might be the backpack for you. It has a fairly all black color scheme, except for right here with orange accent, and then on the inside or towards the top of the roll top, it also has like another nice orange accent. The material itself is 100% waterproof, and thanks to the welded seams and the construction and design of the backpack, this is rated for like entirely waterproof. And depending on how you use it and how you secure the roll top, it can also double as an impromptu dry bag as well. Taking a look at some of the attachment points, there are plenty of attachment points on this backpack. On the front right here, you see 2 daisy chain attachment points, which connect to the buckle at the top. And then there's a large D-ring here for another attachment point. And then there are a few more on the back for the shoulder straps, which I'll get into in a second. Overall, the aesthetic is pretty minimal. The material that it's made out of is not very forgiving when it comes to like stretchiness, but the roll top design does allow you to kind of fit more or make it smaller depending on like how much you have in it. So it's perfect for like commuting to the office or going on an adventure, just because you don't have to worry about getting caught out in the rain, especially if you secure this down all the way. The main compartment is like 100% waterproof, while the secondary compartment, this front pocket right here, is considered shower-proof, but I'll get into that a little bit later. Taking a look at the harness system, there is one grab handle on the top, and it's basically just a nylon webbing. It's not the most comfortable, but it'll do in a pinch. And then the shoulder straps here are nicely adjustable. They have a little bit of padding to add to like comfort. And each side of the shoulder strap has a couple different attachment points. There's like this loop right here with the branding and the branding right here. And then also on the back, as you can see, there's this triangular shaped attachment point, which is very sturdy and connected to the nylon webbing. There's an additional small attachment point for like very small carabiners, and then this one big daisy chain, that you can also attach gear to as well. There is no sternum strap or hip belt, so that's something to keep in mind. And the shoulder straps, in terms of comfort, they have like some ventilation here, so they're decently comfortable and allow for a little bit of air, but the back is like kind of sewn or welded into the tarp, and it has like a foam core at the base, but it's not the most comfortable, and it has no like airflow or ventilation, so keep that in mind, especially in warmer climates. So this is what it looks like on. The shoulder straps are a little wide, and I have kind of broader shoulders, so for me that's fairly comfortable, but for those with like smaller frames, you might want to like test it out and make sure that it's like a comfortable fit beforehand. They have really easy to adjust straps, so it's like really easy to adjust it to fit your preference. And they have like nylon or like elastic webbing on the outer corner to kind of help with like securing it and getting like a good hold of the strap itself, basically, especially when it's like all the way in its most extended position. Taking a look at some of the secondary compartments on this bag, they are pretty minimal. It's just this front pocket right here, which they call their shower-proof pocket. It has a zipper and a zipper dock right here, as you can see, to kind of help with any water that falls onto the bag. And the zipper thread has like a nice layer to have like a protective coating to ensure like no moisture gets in as well. I assume they call it a showerproof pocket because it is ideal for protecting content from like rain, either light or heavy. I don't know if this would necessarily hold up being submerged underwater like the rest of the bag, so I would definitely keep that in mind. The pocket itself is pretty massive. I will undo this to show you. It basically extends the full like seam right here. So you can fit like a decent amount in here. I was really surprised actually just how much I could fit. Let's see, I have some gum, some hand sanitizer, chapstick, and a wallet. And so one of the downsides, I will say, as you can kind of see, is the pocket opening itself is not the biggest. I may just have like bigger hands, but getting like my hand in, especially with this tarp-like material, this like 100% nylon shell, it is not flexible or forgiving at all. So getting my hand in kind of takes a little bit of work. And so you can kind of see it, getting it out also takes like a little bit of work as well. So it's not my favorite. The pocket also extends a little bit back here. And so I didn't realize that at first. And so I initially put my wallet back here and it ended up sliding to like right here. And so I thought I had lost my wallet trying to figure out where it could have gone in here and didn't realize that it slipped behind that. So it was something to keep in mind. The main compartment, which is accessible through this roll top, gives you a nice amount of space. It has like a pretty spacious main compartment, and right here is the mechanism that you use to ensure its waterproof seal, especially as a dry bag. They recommend that you fold this or roll this at least 3 times, and if you can, I'd say roll it just down all the way as much as you can, and then you keep it secure with this buckle right here, and you just pull this super tight, and that helps kind of ensure that no water gets in. Specifically with the construction of this like opening right here, it's got like a core so that it doesn't zip shut, it just stays pretty shut. And then on the sides they also include snaps to open it wider, but then also like ensure that like the corners are also folded in to kind of help with that waterproofing. Taking a look inside, as you can see, it's pretty spacious. It's got like a lot of capacity in there. So here, let me try and take some stuff out. Inside I just have a water bottle, let's see, a tech pouch, jacket, and then the last thing in here is an integrated tablet sleeve that, as you can kind of see, it's right here, and it has 3 snaps that you can secure in place. It's pretty easy to get out of, and I'll go over that in a second. But the rest of this basically just functions as like a spacious main cavern. I actually really like the application of the integrated tablet sleeve to the back, because it's basically like an organization panel that you can remove as you need to. So it's perfect for like heading to a coffee shop to do work, or going to work and just kind of pulling everything you need out in just like one nice, conveniently organized package. I will say though that the main compartment, because of this like material, it is not very forgiving when it comes to like accessibility, just because it's super dark in there. I found myself reaching for a flashlight a lot just because I needed like smaller items that I would put inside, not in like a pouch or in the tablet sleeve, would kind of get lost, and I'd need to get a flashlight just to be able to see inside. Just something to keep in mind. Let me move this aside and show you the laptop or tablet sleeve, depending on like what you prefer. This specific one can fit up to a 13-inch MacBook Pro. And so inside of it, here's the like sleeve, and it's really nicely padded. It has like a lot of, it has like a foam core to provide like a nice amount of protection, and it uses this hook and loop fastener to secure it down. Inside, just have a iPad Pro with a Magic Keyboard, and then in front of that is another slip pocket for more storage, and I just have field notes book. It has a key clip, so I just included my keys in here, and I found this really easy, especially when it was inside the backpack, just to like find and locate my keys. I wouldn't necessarily remove the whole sleeve just to get my keys out, but that's kind of where I was saying where it's like a nice organization panel inside that can be removed if you want to. And then on front of that is a zippered pouch with a pen, pair of headphones, and an Apple Pencil. And so, like I said, this was perfect for taking to a coffee shop to do some work. I could just pull this out and have everything I need ready to go, and then I could just throw it back in the backpack when I was cleaning up. You can connect it back by the snaps, or you can just throw it in there as like a standard sleeve. I found both works really well. I will say though that because it's difficult to see inside, trying to align the snaps and get them all coordinated was a little challenging. So there you have it, the Finisterre Drift 20-liter waterproof roll top backpack. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.